Hey everyone, it's Jeff from the James Freddy's channel. Hope you're all doing good. I am going to upload a quick cell phone video to YouTube just because it's been a couple of years since I've done it and I wanted to re-familiarize myself with the uploading process and maybe even see if I could remember what my password was. But as you could see behind me right here, I have another first generation Camaro in the home. So I figure as a way to get a quick project uploaded, a nice place to start would be the deck lid back here. And although I've never seen it, I was told from a good source there used to be an aftermarket first generation spoiler that used to mount with just the two holes here. So those were drilled in and it had that for a while, but we're gonna go ahead and weld up those and we're gonna mount this more traditional stock style spoiler, which says it comes from Classic Headquarters, and I could be wrong, but I think I remember that used to be Classic Industries. This is a really nice quality spoiler. You can see they've actually taken the time to clean up the molds, and even the factory OE castings, or however it is, yeah, castings used to be just terrible at this, but this thing looks like it's just in good shape. So we've got a template here from the last project we did. I'll probably start with drilling out for that just in case I make a mistake before we get welding. Here on the left side of the car you can see that maybe the hole was put in the wrong place, or maybe it started to tear or something along those lines, and there was some welding done. So rather than just trying to make a small plug and fill it up, I'm going to go ahead and make a patch and get rid of that whole little section there. Over here, I drilled this hole out to 1/2 inch, and we'll probably just make a slightly smaller plug and weld it up. From the inside here as well, you can see that on the left side there's a little bit larger hole and some welding that went on there. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of all that and just try to put a clean patch in there. And as well, I went ahead and welded this up to 1/2 inch, and we'll put another plug in there. Over here you can see that the factory Camaro emblem holes were welded up for cars that came without spoilers, and then new ones were drilled to relocate that. So we have a really nice template, and it gives us lines to go ahead and line up with the edges of our deck lid. We'll get that taped into place. And because of the differences in tolerance between the deck lids that could have been produced throughout the manufacturing process, I'm going to go ahead and grab that spoiler, line it up, and mark it out to where it's fitting on the car. So we'll just set these studs down in our spot. That last step was probably totally unnecessary, but we've all had those spoilers where the hole was just slightly askewed, and then you just couldn't get that stud with the threads to push down over it, and it's just cheap insurance. But anyway, here's a closer look at our templates and our layout. And so I'll take the center of those holes and put a automatic center punch on it and get ready to drill. Okay, high-speed steel, double-ended 1/8 inch drill bit. A couple of taps. I did a couple of swipes to get the hole started, removed the templates, drilled through with that 1/8 inch bit. I'll take the spoiler, just because I'm a freak, and set it here and make sure that I'm lining up if it's at this point that I'm seeing stuff's not gonna line up, I can open up those holes a little bit and then file them with a hand file or a die grinder more towards where we need to go with the deck lid. The template calls for a 13/32 inch hole, so I went ahead and marked my step bit on 7/16 and I'll know to stop just before that. However, I'm probably only going to open them up a couple of sizes here and then lift the deck lid so that I don't drill through the tail panel or something. So I also took the time after I got them opened up a few to set this down to see that all the studs were going to fit in, because it's harder to tell out on the edges because the deck lid has crown to it. All of my forward holes are drilled to size and my two center rear holes are drilled to size. And when I set my spoiler in, here I was talking all confidently, my two outer rear need to come down a little. These two outer holes just need to come back, so I'll just mark that with a pencil and grind them out and then finish with my unibit. Here we go. Looks like it'll be good. I'll get the bag of hardware and get it tightened down and get us a final shot. Here we are, all bolted up. This one right here was going on a little weird. I didn't want to cross thread it, so I'll just wait till I get it off the vehicle. And the hardware kit comes with some little acorn nuts, maybe for your final assembly, but I didn't have washers or anything, so I didn't want to mess with that. So I just put the flanges on. You can see we're nice and even reveal all the way across, although there's a bit of a bow in the spoiler right here. I'll take a look at that and see what I can find, but nice and even on both quarter panels reveals. All right, now we're just gonna start by welding up the holes from the original, or the last spoiler on there. I just took a piece of tape, 1.5 inches, squared it off. I'm gonna use that for the left side. I transferred that onto a piece of, when I was working at Hot Rods Old Vale, I took a bunch of stock and I ran it through the English wheel they had, so I've got lots of patch material that has shape to it. And I took the air nibbler and chewed it off that. One of the things I learned off Bill's Metal on YouTube many years ago was that aviation snips come in, you know, right, straight, and left sizes, you know, red, yellow, and green. And it wasn't so, I had always thought that it was about making turns with them, which maybe it is, but actually what it is what side you want the waste material to discard off from. And so I'm gonna grab a pair of rights, and I'm not gonna try and just do this all in one swipe. I'll probably just sneak up on it with a few different cuts, and that way I won't distort the shape that I need for that. Okay, and here we are sneaking up on it. And it's not critical. I don't know why I'm going to this extent, but it's nice to practice. Make sure you get that curl going off to the right way. And with the shape of this, I probably should have put the template on the back side because it would have been easier. But anyway. And I have misplaced these and left them on the ground and come out in my home shop in socks or bare feet and stepped on these. So keep track of these babies. But yeah, there it is. A little bit of distortion. I'm still learning. So this is what came out of there. I think that would have come back to haunt us. I've definitely done that myself in the past, but I think that our new patch will do us a little bit better. It'll end up with a small little weld all the way around the perimeter here. There's the inside of the back or inner repair that we'll do, and that'll get filled with this patch. So it shrunk on me all up in here, which I kind of knew, but I was trying to lie to myself. But welded in, that side's welded in. I'll grind this down, lift up the deck lid, and do the other side. Excuse the garbage collector coming by, but hey, this is a true home shop. I'm all welded in, both top and bottom. And I'll set the deck lid on. In a future video, we'll take the time to address why the deck lid has more arch to it than the quarters on both sides. First time I'm running across this in a car, in a Camaro, first gen, and not really sure what's going on there. So if any of you have run into it, please chime in the comment section. Well, here it is in all its glory, the stock 1969 Chevy Camaro, spoiler installed on our project, and our first little quick video of the new project in the James Freddy's home shop. I hope you all enjoyed. Now I've got a date with the dent puller for the next couple of hours to go ahead and fix up my little thing. Don't you just love it when you think your ish don't stink and you're just gonna go in there and roll with a repair and it's just gonna be beautiful? But anyway, it keeps you humble, so stay humble. Look forward to sharing this project with you guys on YouTube. Hopefully everything will go good. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe.